Today we're going to be looking at a Bandits deck that I put together for October 2024. I don't anticipate any changes to the cards in this deck provision-wise over the next couple months, so this should be good well into the new year, just my forecast. Now, you might be looking at like what's going on. I wanted to play Northern Realms because I had an idea of playing Drog and flipping over the PFIs so that we can get some Revenants, and a lot of the Bandits are also humans, right? So it just makes sense if we have the Highwaymen out there to prevent them from going back in the deck, we can convert them into Revenants. Same thing with the Caravan Vanguards. After we've done all the bonded stuff for the last couple turns, we can flip those over, Strays of Spala, Peller after deploy, you name it, right? There's a lot of stuff that could benefit from being flipped over into a Revenant. Now, when I looked at the leaders for Northern Realms, I wasn't really impressed with anything else because Shield Wall, sure, you lose a provision, you get a little bit of a shield, it's good for the engines, whatever the case, but mobilization is not really applicable here. Stockpile felt kind of awkward because we had to use non-neutrals. Same thing with Pincer Maneuver, and you know, these we're not really playing into Grace, and I don't really have a lot of things with an order. So that's why I went more towards the Uprising, is to get as much provisions as we can from this deck. Also, Lyrian Scytheman makes a bit of sense here because what we're doing, we have the boosts off the infantries, we have the boost off the Spala, we have the boost off the PFI's middle unit, right? We get the boost by 3 in the middle. We have the Caravan boosts. We can heighten up a few of them from the leader charges, of course, to spread it out a bit further. Renfrey could potentially boost. We have Rune Mage that can create something that can boost. Snowdrop's definitely going to boost. So we have a lot of options here just to kind of keep things going. And if I can play this leader for 10 points, I'm feeling pretty good, right? We get the 3 points plus the 4 base body off the Scytheman. And if we can get Scytheman plus 3 boost, then it's all justified. And this is actually meant to give us reach in around 1 because a lot of our bronze stuff is very short tempoed. It's slow. It's not really doing much. You know, it takes a while for it to accumulate, and the opponent might be looking for a tempo pass. So we have the ability to stay in to where we need to. So just the idea with that there. I have good consistency tools. When we play a gold card, we're going to be getting Roach out of the deck. I like having Roach here because if we have one of the Strays of Spala in our hand and we're playing the first copy, we could put back the Roach, which actually feels really good because we had to choose a gold card to go back. Another target to that's often Duregaray if I don't anticipate needing to lock something, or Cyprian if the board state doesn't really justify having a banish. Often there will be times where we have the ability to banish something at 4 or less. If we need a bit of reach, we do have damage with things like the Revenants, of course, after the flip, or we have the Iron Falcon Knife Jugglers, which can just chip things down and put it in range for that. So this card doesn't feel out of place. If you're really not enjoying the Cyprian Willy, or Wiley, you can always go ahead and put in something like Knickers. Again, kind of fits the whole bandit lore. I tried Gascon for about 2 games before I started recording in my previous version, and it was just not it, man. You want the cards that you can play early, and I just felt like this was doing a lot. So you'd be better off with Knickers or even Saer Qu'an because we do go wide if you're looking for an alternative, but I just like having some direct control to get rid of an engine early on. I think it feels good for me, honestly. So I have a lot of create and play type things. So we have the Renfrey play that we're going to be looking at creating 2 different parts of a leader ability. And I have the Gascon Iron Falcon, which is going to be creating a bronze neutral unit. So to give ourselves more variety for that, we have the Rune Mage in here, which is going to increase the create and play options from 3 to 5. So it just kind of helps us get what we're looking to get. So ideally, you play this card before you go and play this card and this card. If you can. It's not always going to be the case. So just an idea for that. I was talking about consistency. So we have the Roach that's going to be coming out of the deck there. We have the Renfrey Gang. We're going to be getting another Thin here. We have the Highwaymen, which are really cool. Whenever we play a bonded unit that you already control a copy of, summon self from deck to the melee row. So we're going to be getting these 2 out. Mind you, if they're exposed, so if the armor's chipped off them here, they do go back in the deck, or at least the ones that are exposed. So you want to try to keep them out if you can, but it can also be a little bit of carryover into a next round, which is kind of cool. So we have that consistency tool. Snowdrop to make sure we don't have any bricks, because there's lots of stuff that can go wrong with the draws with this deck. And of course, One-Eye Betsy, which is also going to help us with the consistency of things. So you could see how Snowdrop has a place. We're doing a lot of drawing and putting back with her, with the Ogroid, with the Spala, etc. So it helps quite a bit. Another consistency tool would be the Free Company. Cooldown 3, you'd be lucky if you get maybe 2 pulls off this. Usually 1 pull is enough to justify the cost. So choose an allied Bonnie unit, then play its top copy from our deck, cooldown of 3. So I like to have the cards out there first, let the order go on this, play this, let the order go on this, replay the bonded, and you just let these take a round by themselves, essentially. It's really cool. And a little bit of control here, drag array, right? That's pretty much it, man. It's a pretty straightforward deck. I have Peller just so that we can get around a defender. We can purify one of our engines. I want to be able to get the order off of something like this or this, you know? So to be able to just purify just in case is ideal. Now, a couple cards I had in the previous version of the deck would have been Erland. So I had Erland in here because we are playing a 25 card deck and it felt good to be able to boost everything early on, but it was a very slow play in a deck that was already very slow. So I decided to take him out. I also had a Geralt in there, just a regular Geralt. So this was in here in slot of, I guess, Rune Mage or Gascon, one of the two. And I don't mind that play, but there will be times where you just don't get the value from that. So it's up to you. I figured this was a little bit more interesting to play for me, so I went about it this way. And we're doing well. I'm not going to spoil the results of the video here, but I have 5 games of live commentary for reference, and they're consecutive games, so you can see how this deck worked from the moment that I tried this version till I stopped playing today, and I'm actually very impressed with it. It's like people don't know how to play against something they don't see often, so it gives you a bit of an advantage there. There's a few different versions of Bandits that are going around, and this is mine, and my first time sharing it, so you might have some luck with it. So let me know how it works out for you, and we'll get right into the gameplay here. Hopefully you enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, first up here we have Nilfgaard Double Cross. We go first, not a bad thing. I could start off with an engine at least. We have a lot of deploy abilities, so I'm not too worried about purifying something. I have the bonded effect here, which is great. I could shuffle back a couple golds to at least get the points, which is great. I think we saved the Vanguard for later. And are there any other golds that I would want to put back? I suppose this would be one option. The rest of them are kind of tough. I'd like to play this early. Renfri's Gang could be a good late game play, so we're going to keep it like that. And we'll just start off with an engine here. So keep in mind when you're playing this one, not something I usually play, but you know, you got to make sure it's the only card on the row before you bond it. We have to play the other one on the range row though, and then stack melee. That's actually something worth locking. Just because whenever we play, it's going to get a status. I mean, we could wait on that a little bit, because they don't have a dame down, but you'll love to see it. We get the Thin out of the way real quick. I don't think that they're going to be trying to damage these by 1 or anything like that, so I gotta be careful though. If I'm going to be playing Rune Mage, then I don't want to have Spying on it. It gives them a free coup.
There is no shame in
Assimilate 2 is a problem. It's like one card that can just shut me out of the round. In my previous version I had Geralt, but I decided I'm just better off with a couple things. I'll probably go over that in the deck description part, but essentially I had Geralt and Erland, and I decided that it would be better to play Gascon and Rune Mage. Just overall consistency, utility. I think I'm actually just going to let this stick and just not play anything crazy. I'm sitting on a few points. So we did thin out fairly well, and I do have access to Snowdrop, so it actually might be... Damn, eh? Might be within my best interest just to go and just slam one of these down or something. Probably just put back cost-wise whatever's less expensive. That's actually not bad. I'm gonna boost something that's not that important, but I don't want to boost one of the ones because it goes back in deck if it gets damaged, so it's probably gonna be this here. And it gives me decent place if I'm going to be playing leader, right? This deck does a fairly good job of boosting, surprisingly. I think what we're going to be doing is taking Renfri's gang. And then if I have to, I'll go and I'll play the second. Because that's it's a lot of points from just bronze cards, and they're committing provisions right, left, and center, so... Brathens comes down.
Please wait, Your Excellency. Falling behind.
Okay. I guess they could seize that one, yeah. They're gonna take leader? Oh, they're gonna just use the order on that, yeah. So, spying on this, spying on this. This could be bad if they make a bunch of copies of the Vanguard, but... I wonder if I ever just take this first. Here, we'll do it this way. I like the thin idea. It's hard to determine what's going on with their deck because is Emir just here to set up Terra Nova, or is it here because they're playing a Masquerade Ball hybrid sort of thing? Based on the commitments I've seen so far, I don't mind actually going and playing leader and taking Renfri, just because, like, look at this, man. They're playing half the deck. If I pass here and then it's probably not worth it for me. So that'll fill the row. We can't do that just because of Scytheman play, right? Take it slow here. If I can get a Renfri pass boost by 4 type thing, that should be pretty good. Or even a cooldown. What's nice is that they actually spent a lot of gold cards, but they didn't do any thinning, really. So...
I will not have you gaze at me so.
Wow. Yeah, just spend the whole deck. Sure. Let's see if I can... I'm gonna have to boost these, unfortunately, because I want to get the max value here. Yeah, we play for 10. So it's a 13-point leader, by the way, if you're wondering. I think it was worth it. Unfortunately, I would have liked to be able to play Rune Mage first. I just don't think we're going to have a chance to do that. I don't want to give it spying. Play bronze, look at the top. Stratagem's always good. Going into a short round, double strat. Whenever you pass, boost by 4. I think we have the perfect situation here. I think that's going to actually be my pass. We're going to finish this at 76.
Let us see.
Okay. I was kind of hoping I could use that later, but... What are you going to banish? Renfri? Sure. And here's the leader, nice. They're gonna get a lot of assimilate procs on that too. Whatever.
Do you honestly think you can catch me? You fool.
Let's see. I don't have room to use this, so it has to be something sort of steep, you know, like a temple on it. A lock wouldn't be bad, but we usually get a lot of points from Scoia'tael. Then we get the 1, the 2, the 4. I'm hoping that I actually have enough space where I could just play free company and not have to worry about anything. If I could just float it. I doubt it. Imagine spending everything and not taking it. I still have leader. I'm gonna bleed. I'm gonna go for the 2-0. Let's put that back. This is perfect. We go snowdrop. Play top copy. We can do this twice. Snowdrop's not saying a whole lot though. I mean, it's still 6 points. Let's just take it because then they try to commit something to it. Let's put one of these back. One of these back. And just rely on, I think, the Betsy's a little bit better. Because we can replay it anyways, and it's a short round, so... See? So we bait that out of the way, and then we can just go in with the free company. I think we're just doing fine. We just play, play, replay, and then try to get another one. I don't think they have a way of doing anything here.
The Empire will be victorious.
Yeah, see? No assimilate engines down as well, which is tough when you have these cards that rely on them so heavily. I mean, you're close, but 5's not going to cut it. We still get to do what we want to do here. We'll take... I got to split the roll up a little bit here. I'm actually going to play this because it gives me some leverage to pass if I need to. And we'll just go and boost this so they get kind of panicky, you know? I think I'm actually going to be playing Betsy and then maybe passing with Gascon. Short round. Okay, it doesn't matter. Coming up here next, we got Scoia'tael, Precision Strike, which is... debatable. We have a lot of deploy stuff. I'm not really worried about them removing engines, but we do have a couple things with the Revenants and with the infantry, so maybe we try to get these out early and see where that goes. I don't think Peller is going to be that important here, so... I want to make sure that with all the tokens and short powered things, I can just get their leader out of the way early, you know? Because round 3, if they're holding it, that's a big swing. This tells me that they're probably playing dragons and potentially Renfrey dragons, so something to think about here. 9 points, I don't have to play into Erendite or anything, so we could just chill for a second. I'm gonna just get these down, I think they're priority. It was that or this. This is actually not a bad idea either. I think I'm gonna do this next and then this. A little bit of damage wouldn't hurt. Okay, so it's Madoc dragons, maybe? I don't have my banish, which is unfortunate, but
Never dropped a one, but I've thrown a plenty.
just do it like that. Have them click Madoc, then we'll play in the melee row. Did they use it? Yeah? Okay. I want to play it slow, because we have a lot of kick. I have Renfrey's gang, we have Rune Mage, this kind of stuff. We have the Vanguard stuff, you know? So you're sitting at 16 points. Okay, well... I wonder if we ever just do this first, because I can play with the revs.
A long road walked we have.
I wonder if they go back in deck before they get killed, because they're definitely going to get exposed on the click. You're going to pass on that. Okay. I don't want to go too hard, but we kind of have to play this.
Over the earth, by stars in the night sky is
Hopefully no dog swings out of the deck or else. So I win the round off of bronze cards. And they didn't really play any golds either. We have these, which is not bad. I gotta be putting gold cards back for the first one. I need a disposable gold card. This is gonna be great for Madoc. I'm glad I can actually get the value in this video. I think this is fine. So I don't have to actually worry about the Reg Array here. But I also want to make sure I get out Renfrey's gang so I don't pull into one. So we'll do it this way.
Sharpen the bolts, boys.
There's still no proof of dragons yet. Okay, let's do this in round 2. You're gonna go for it? This is a very slow play that we take, I think. It's unfortunate this didn't go in the range row. 15 points. They blow leader here. They get the chip, the kill. It swings for 6 if they don't have bricks in hand. And then they play whatever. Oh, Sael. Yeah, I'm convinced that this is not dragons now. I need to get a bunch of cards on the row so that I can get the best possible leader, because I think leader bleed is going to be essential in this one here. What's going to be a good point swing? Generally, I'm just a big fan of using Morana, really. It sucks that I don't have any setup for that. 5? Boost by 5? Takes away from Zael. There you go. If I were smart, I'd probably think about passing. So dragon's confirmed. It's like a Dragon Sahil combo. Does that get them ahead? Oh! That's a blunder. Okay. I'm gonna do this and just hope they don't purify. 1, 2. Just try to keep things as good as I can. 32 points. We use leader number 1. I'm going to actually pass here, I'm pretty sure. They got sail in hand, and the bombs lose a lot of value if they're playing them. Okay. We're up by 16 points. Let's see what we can do here. That feels good. The most important part is that they actually go first into round 3. And they have to play here. Nice. You get the squirrel. I don't think there's anything I care too much for. Imagine if we had to bring that into round 3. That versus our leader play would have been terrible. Peller's no good for me. Yeah. So, Renfrey's somewhere. I need her. We have another chance here, actually. I can snowdrop. And try. It's going to be 40% that we get it. Is there a way to make that better? Drop the 2 bonded and then shuffle back. Shuffle back. Yeah, it's not looking good.
Splendid crops this year, and ever they shall be.
That's going to be a
Leave it
problem.
to me.
The sooner I get rid of this, the better. It's a lot of ifs. Please. Well... it's still winnable. It's not a great look.
The soil is fertile with magic, and dead to one. Grow in my beauty, reach high into the sky.
Bronze neutral. Draw 2, shuffle 2. I think I'm going to go for the whole PFI play. There's nothing we can do about that. Well, it has to be 9 or more. Okay, that's going to be just dead. I'm not going above 9. Choose an ally. I'm going to take this now. And then we're going to replay it. And just go for the crazy slam here with the drog. Sick. It's a nice 1-point haze. It's too close for comfort. Renfrey would have just secured the win easily, but this is not looking good. Maddock from hit. Oh, okay. Let's take Gascon first.
To earn it all, you've got to give it all.
And then she's in deck, correct? Well, can't really give it bleeding. Suppose I just try to make it count. If I lose by 1 point, it's my bad. But we should win. Yeah. And just keep in mind, guys, we missed Renfrey and all that, so it would have been crazier. Next up here we got Vampires. That's a really cool skin. I don't remember if I have it. I hope I do. Would have been nice if I had Crystal Skull here. We go fairly wide, so the bleeding sucks. Unless we have a round where we're playing the Drog stuff, we can cannibalize and, you know, get rid of some of their value, but for now we're in trouble. We have the Sip rating, which is really good to get rid of a Flutter. The hand's not bad. I just think we put one of these back so we have just a little bit more going on for us. We can spam these out in round 1. And I'm gonna put that back. There we go, that's nice. I'm gonna take this first. I'm gonna play this. It's gonna go boom, 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 I think. Boom, 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 boom. Well, this goes right away though, so we take actually this first. And then we'll go with the second one, third one, fourth one. Here comes the Flutter. Seen this one a lot. It's funny because we actually get value from the thing, which is crazy, but wait till it's bonded. Just you wait. Problem is they shut this down pretty easily. But we have to get our little thing going, otherwise it's going to be tough. Garkin's like a little bit better version of this, but more condition. Here we go. Let's go. Who's the real vampire? I would like to banish it, but I think we just go with the engine here. I'll keep it at bay just in case I change my mind, you know? So it's not Renfrey, which is ideal for me. I think the Renfrey version would be even more frustrating. We got perfect symmetry on the board here, it's looking proper. Do I have a way to kill you? Not really. 26 less plus. I have a little stretch to get out though if we take the Renfrey's gang here. I gotta go in for a bandit, I think, first. Nice. Yeah, I know you're probably thinking, well, you know, like, you should really be playing Rune Mage before. It's like, most of the bandits we're gonna have are gonna be fine, right? We're going for either this or whatever. It's like, it's fine. I don't have an answer to Regis. $28. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're keeping me in here. If I can find a lock, I think that's ideal in this situation. Do we have any... I'm hitting for 4, so I'm turning off an engine. Is there a bandit? Not really. I think that's my best move. We at least deal with something.
Target acquired.
And I'm gonna just go for this, honestly. I think it's gonna be our best chance to get out of the round.
A time to reap, a time to sow.
They spent most of their leader. I don't mind spending my first one. So a lock wouldn't have mattered. Oh, they were really depending on that Ring of Favor, weren't they? Nice. So, we're getting +2. We're getting the less 3. They're getting... oh, +5.
Let's get this
We have Geralt that actually works here. So, Ring of Favor out of the way, and Geralt out of the way. We still have to deal with Regis later on. Potentially more of it, but it's hard to say if they have more of it if they're running Geralt. Pretty easy mulligans here. We know that they spent a Purify. It's hard to say if they have another Ale. The hand's not bad. I think I'm going to put that back though. Don't tell me we're going to miss Renfrey 2 games in a row.
like a wolf I am.
So 9 card round 3. Oriana's out of the way, one of the Flatters is out of the way, and a Garkin's out of the way. So we have rid of some good threats. They still have 2 Flatters left, and if they have Graveyard, that's annoying, but... okay. I don't have my Drog. I'm gonna put these... there we go. I want these, unfortunately. We could fish for them. We gotta set up our play as soon as possible here. I think if I have Drog early, we're doing fine. I don't have a second PFI we can play. So if I gotta open up here, it's gonna be... we're just gonna do a Betsy thing. I gotta do a Snowdrop first then. Nice. So we'll do 1 back. I don't think I really care too much about the Purify. We'll put that back too. If they heavy stack something with bleeding, that's annoying, but other than that, you know. Okay, so they can't same turn letter plus something. So if they play the second one from hand here at 4, we get rid of it with the Cyprian, and we're doing just fine. Actually, that's a problem for me. These get too much value. Consideration to go and play Renfrey here. Choose bonded play. Drop the 2, shuffle the same cards back. I want to reduce as much damage as possible off these as well. That's what I was afraid of. What do you think about just taking Renfrey here? Kill. Okay. After play the lowest whenever you pass. After boost lowest. Lowest would be a 6-point boost. After split 6 damage. That's not bad. It kind of sets up some Revenant play here, you know? I think we go ahead and take this right away. And then we do this whole thing as like the last few turns. Is an Ogroid's not a human? Yeah, there you go. Because we didn't want to flip it. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. They're shook. It's just lights out. I think we did pretty good with this one.
A long road walked we have.
1, 2, 3. Just in case. I don't think they have it purified, but I think just in case we go for the offense play here. Now I'm kind of regretting that, but whatever. Choose an ally, play a top copy. Good, we didn't mess it up. Is there anything we can kill on our side? Not really. I don't think Regis alone's enough to get this back. We'll just dish him offensively here. We're sitting at a decent amount of points. We're going to be losing 3. We're not going to lose on the second play. They're going to play Regis for, like, let's say 20 points, 22 points. Okay, 19, well, 21 points. Wait, 22 points. See, I'm right. My math was good the first time. There you go. Alright, we have Dwarves coming up here next. If I win this game, we'll call it 4 in a row and end the video. If I lose this game, we're going to throw in a bonus game. Deal? This goes out of deck. And this goes out of deck. We're going to shuffle back, I think, a copy of 1. I have a really good hand to play in all the way, however, it's a lot of expensive stuff. I just know that if we give Dwarves that long round 3, they have a lot of engines, and they have a lot of defense on those engines with all the armor, so... And 17 provision leader is just ridiculous, you know what I mean? Here, I'll match your defender with my Walmart version.
Maidens love a man in uniform.
Dance! Dance! Dance with me death!
So they're sitting on 2 points per turn, and we are 2.
Keep your distance. Aim for their knobs.
These go back in deck. Imagine I can just keep replaying them. I guess they would summon out if I play more bonded stuff. That's actually not bad for me. Soak up a little bit of that damage, you see. And replay. Suppose we could just replay one of these. We'll go deep with it. I need more bonded stuff to play because I like the idea of what we're going to do here. This is not bonded. I think we save it for later. And, am I doing this? I think we need the depth of it. Here, we'll go like this. I think it's alright. They're getting 3 points per turn.
Know if anyone's got any hooch.
and we replay, it makes sense to me to get this down first.
Did I borrow a whetstone? Maybe 10.
And just wait. I'm not giving them an easy way out of the round, and I think that they're going to play in, knowing that it's fairly close.
Oh, you've done it now.
At least we can shut down, you know, the armor off these guys.
Stay true to our way, we must always.
We get them right back, you see? I like it. I'm going to take this away, and then we'll replay this.
Away from our wares! Away!
And, is there any way to tempo here? I'm getting 2 points on the pass, and they're getting 2 points. It might hit armor, so I like my chances. It's a pretty good gig if we just play this.
A long road walked we have.
Anything else that's important? Not really. I feel like this might be like the best drog that I'm gonna get.
Look alive!
What do you think? I'm losing value, unfortunately, if I do this, but I'm losing 1 point. But they have 2 engines up, so I'm gonna flip. I'm going for it. Let's see. They're gonna be getting 2 points on the pass, and we're gonna be getting 0 points now. So I'm gonna go for all my eggs in that one basket. You feel me? Because I can bleed out with Renfrey in round 2. If they play here and they're not close enough, I actually might just pass. There you go. We have exactly what we want. Now we just value bleed. I might go in for the Rune Mage first, just because obviously we want to get the best Renfrey possible. We'll do it the way we're supposed to do it. Snowdrop is decent. This is also decent. Wow. Jeez. What deck plays for points? I don't want to do any damage here. Monsters is generally pretty good. I don't know. You know I have a soft spot for Scoia'tael here. What if we just go for like an engine, potentially like a siege engine here? I don't have anything to finish up the... Here, we're just going to go for my favorite. Bandit for the lore. 5 points or 5 points. And we spread it out. Not like it does anything if we have the bandit on the board, but it looks cool. We're getting some things that we want to see out of the way here.
The only good mage is a dead mage.
Boost, damage, destroy. I like this one too, but I think the destroy 8's nice. After using split 6, whenever you pass 4, it just puts the pressure on. I'm going to leave these in case one of them gets damaged. We can flip it over. I want to see... hey, that's a reason to play. Choose and replay. Snowdrop. I think we're snowdropping here. What do you think about just using it? I think it's not a bad idea. Because they're going to play Brewer out of panic. They're probably waiting until I use that, you see? I do get a little bit of a free play here, so... I'll take the extra point. Pass on 4. Nice. $36, $25, 2 to go. We get 5 here. Both of these cards are actually very good. I think I've had enough of that round. They didn't get any resilience as well. Gotta keep in mind they do have 5 points on that leader. I do have 4, so we're essentially tied on that. We're sitting on gold cards. That's not a bad hand. I just don't want to break it, you know? Okay. I lose. I did it to myself. Unless I... Is there anything that puts a card back? Not really. Create and play. Let's see, shuffle a gold and draw a bronze. Shuffle a gold and draw a bronze. This is a lot of points. 6. I don't know if we're actually going to get the 8. Hey, that's good. It kind of makes up for some things here. Just this doesn't really do much for me. Actually, that kind of ruins it. I am throwing. If they have a heat wave, that's cool. We can eat it with that. There you go. It's good bait. We take those every time. Just before they remove that somehow. Honestly, man, I think it came down to us just not breaking this. It's really unfortunate. Yeah. That's so bad. Literally anything in the deck. We hit the 5. They're going to sit at 40, and we're going to have... Yeah. Look at that. All I needed was 6 points. It's anything in the deck. Alright, we got Nilfgaard, Enslave coming up here next. It's Enslave 6. We can shuffle this back in deck, that's fine. It's a free target for it. And... we don't need to do that necessarily, though. Here. I might actually go and take the Renfri's gang earlier in this game so that we don't have to run into that same issue. The last game was played very well up until the 3rd round. So, kind of takes away from the point of playing the juggler first. So it's probably this. It's just that they respond to something like this with an easy joust, but... I wonder if I ever just play gang. Here we play gang, and then we go in I suppose I could have just played this off this too. It's not a big deal. I have a couple different lines we could take here. Drog just being one of them if I stack the row. At least they're playing both Diplos without any assimilate. That's not a bad play. We take the flip off of the Drog. We have like really inexpensive targets here.
Could I borrow a whetstone? Maybe 10.
I think I'm gonna go and take the second juggler first. Yeah, we'll try to just roll them out. 4 engines, make it count. It might not be a Drog round after all, though, because I don't really want to flip the jugglers or the infantries. I'd rather just wait for these or the guards, you know? Get a bunch of bleeding out there is going to be nice. Okay. 7's not really that tall.
Who said you can't win wars with whimsy?
We'll go next with this. We're gonna have 2 even ones here, 2, 2, and then I'm gonna have these 2 on the range row. It's gonna look so nice. Or we just put 1 on each side. But realistically, we should be splitting them by the row because, you know, if they kill one.
I will see it done for you.
Boost, cooldown.
Carve him a new eye! Right,
Once you get these going, it's like a really good value. These are fairly slow engines though, like no doubt about it. But you got to keep in mind too, we're 1 card away of getting ahead, and they did play battle stations. So they might have a way to put that back in the deck and play it a second time. At least we got the first one out of the way. So we get the reset on these. And I wonder if I were just go and take leader to get ahead. I can boost for 1, 2, and 3, which is not bad. Then we just take Renfrey off that.
Should have listened to the old lady.
And then Renfrey plays for Roach. And then this way we might actually get their leader out of the way, whether it be on the juggler or the infantry. Sure. Okay. Rune Mage first. No! Can I take it back? No! Whatever, it would have got ruined anyways, you see. Do I shut down the engine? Or do I try to go for something like that? This is actually detrimental. I think I'm just gonna say, listen, I can't have nice things, you can't have nice things, you know? Something like that. At least there's no more incentive to, like, protect this. I'm out of bond and stuff. I guess I could play this one first. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy that Roach went on the range row because it makes me look better. So that was kind of dumb. Oh, you're running out of steam, eh? Boost by 13. Guess we go for Renfrey.
I have scores to settle.
Destroy with 8. Boost. Damage all. Damage all is actually very good here. Or we could spawn. Destroy 8. Destroy 8 still good. What about a destroy 8 cooldown type of play here? There you go. Yeah, cooldown. So then we can use it. We go for the even 8. Yeah. There we go. It would have been a nice round to draw. We have to respect the tempo. Them being able to play Ivo in round 1 is actually very good for me. And we go and we bleed this hard. And we try to get the best short round 3 we can. My cat's on the table, so if you hear a bell, that's why. Alright, we need some bonded stuff here. This is good. This is good too. It's not bad. That's alright, whatever. We'll make it work. Do we have a second? We do. Pretty straightforward. We'll start with this.
Oh, grub and hooch, life in a nutshell.
I'm probably going to be putting Snowdrop back in the deck. I don't think we need her at this point. Snowdrop does get some value off of this, though, so it's possible that I do try to just put back the Cyprian.
Lieutenant Flout will lead the scouts. No secure! Charge!
Better we see that now than later.
I'll relieve you of that pouch.
I'm pretty sure it's the Cyprian that goes back.
Got a death wish?
Oh, this is looking like a 2-0 push, honestly. We put this down, we put this down, we put this down, we replay this. And then we actually get it to proc again. But if I fail at this, then we probably lose the game. they're gonna have to click that now. So, do this first.
Never get my rhymes out of your heads.
I don't think we're doing this play right now. Kind of wish I kept it. If I flipped those, it would have been great. Everything is working. Keep in mind they take this back. It does make them go all in, right?
A long road walked we have. Our path over the earth by stars in the night sky is guided.
Hopefully it's a better card than what I had. Yeah.
Not today.
Should have played that first, honestly.